What's up guys, Simon here. In this video, I want to talk about the luxury watch market right now. The market is insane. It's at an all-time high. You can't get Rolexes at boutique stores. You can't get Audemars Piguet watches, Patek Philippe watches. Forget about it. The Nautilus line, out of question right now. You're paying gray market prices, which are almost double, sometimes triple. So before I get into this video and give you my feedback on the luxury watch market in 2021, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. As always, I appreciate it. Okay guys, so if you haven't seen some of my videos on my channel, the very first few videos, and I got to do some more, were about luxury watches. And I personally love luxury watches. You could check out my Rolex timepiece review video in my collection on the channel. I have over, I would say now, way over $150,000 in Rolex watches value. So maybe close to 200,000 at this point because they've grown so much since I launched that video. But regardless, the luxury watch market is at an all-time high. It's incredible where it's come to. I was in line or was waiting to buy several brands out there. And within the last 2 to 3 months, fueled by Instagram, fueled by the stimulus check, the economy, the stock market, the cryptocurrency, the luxury watch market has exploded. For example, any single stainless steel Rolex model that you want to buy right now is sold out. You got, say, the Rolex Pepsi, which is a wonderful, wonderful timepiece. It's elegant, it's sexy. That watch is going for double the price tag than you would pay, in fact, more than double, than you would pay at a retail store. It's incredible. The Rolex Skydweller Blue Dial, or any stainless steel Skydweller, is hard to get, but the Blue Dial specifically, I've seen it go as high as $30,000 when retail is around $15,000. You got the Batman. The Batman's going from $10,000 retail, or it was 9,000 something and change retail, to over $15,000. And it's insane. You have a hard time buying these watches right now. The Rolex Hulk, for example, the green monster that I love, and check out my video buying it on my channel. Incredible timepiece. The Rolex Hulk recently just got discontinued just before they launched the new Submariner, Rolex did, and that watch exploded, going for as high as $18,000 to $20,000 I've seen, when retail on it is around $8,900 or $9,000 or so dollars. So the watch market has exploded. Prepare to pay double for any timepiece that you want. And it comes back to the fact that Rolex is a great investment, and I've been saying that on my channel the whole time in every video that I've done. I would love to get my hands on more timepieces, particularly from the retail store. I have my American Express Centurion team looking into it for me. Check out my American Express Centurion review video. But I have the team looking in to potentially getting me some more timepieces so I could purchase them, keep them, maybe resell them, etc. I don't know. But overall, I can't get anything myself. Other watches that have exploded: Audemars Piguet, the Royal Oak line. Oh my God, the Royal Oak and the Royal Oak Offshore. Incredible timepieces, gorgeous timepieces. They sit really well on your wrist. The rose gold bracelet is just phenomenal. One of the most stunning watches. About 3 to 5 months ago, I could have got that timepiece for $45,000 to $50,000, which is a chronograph Royal Oak with any particular dial, blue or even maybe a brown dial, etc., black dial. Now, that timepiece is selling for $65,000, $75,000, $85,000. So in between the several months, it's gone up $10,000 or so per month, making it insanely hard to get at an affordable price, or at a price that you're willing to pay for it or you once saw it. So now I'm holding off buying any particular timepiece. Another watch, the Patek Philippe Nautilus line. Extremely rare, extremely hard to get. You got the 5712, the 5711, the 5980, the 5990, the 5980R. These are gorgeous timepieces. My holy grail watch is the 5980R. One day I want to be able to wear that watch on my wrist, but I don't want to overpay for it. This watch at the retail store costs $89,000, I believe, or so MSRP, around $90,000. Don't quote me exact number, but it's around $90,000, give or take a couple thousand here or there. On the gray market, or in the gray market, it's selling for about $150,000 to $200,000. That means that if you bought that watch today from a retail store, you're going to walk out paying, say, tax in California, 10%, 100 grand. That you take that watch to a watch reseller and you could make an extra 40 grand on your investment right away if you were to resell it. Now, of course, I'm not a reseller. I collect watches. I love watches. But if you were to do so, you'd come up $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 on a purchase of a luxury watch. That's how insane the market has gotten at this point. And I have watched it grow. I'm always on Chrono24 on eBay looking for timepieces, and I cannot find anything that is not overselling. Their 40th anniversary watch, a white gold Nautilus that's bigger. It's a little bit too big for me and my wrist. However, their 40th anniversary Nautilus, it's limited to 1,300 pieces, and the retail price of it was $96,000 and change. And I'm seeing it go for $250,000, $300,000, $350,000. Can you imagine you bought that timepiece, a watch that tells time, for $100,000, and because there's such a demand fueled by Instagram, by all these people posting, the markets, everyone wanting to spend and flaunt or even showcase their collection, you have to rebuy or buy that watch at a gray market, limited edition price, $300,000, $350,000, making you a profit of $200,000 to $250,000 if you were to sell that watch. That is insane, guys. That's how crazy this market has been. Where do I see it going from here? Personally, I think it's going to go even higher. This comes back to the United States printing a lot of money. It's going to cause an inflation. There's a reason that the real estate market has continued to climb, yet 1 in 4 families cannot pay for their home or mortgage. But because of all this money printing, the inflation numbers will continue to rise. Just like bubble gum or something used to cost a lot less 40, 50 years ago, something is going to cost a lot more 10, 20, 30 years later. So those same timepieces that cost $8,000, $9,000 now, Rolex is going to raise their prices, Patek is going to raise their prices. You're going to see a gray market price climb even higher, 10, 20% over the next several years. So those are solid investments. If you could get your hands on a Patek Philippe 5980R or on a Patek Philippe 40th anniversary, you have gold in your possession. This is going to continue to climb. You're going to continue to make money on your solid investment. The only downside of watches, and I'm not aware of this, is if the fact you cannot take cash or money out on your watch. For example, you could do that on the house. So when you buy real estate, and check out my real estate investment videos if you're interested, when you buy real estate, your property appreciates $100,000 over a year in certain markets. You could pull money out when you refinance and do a cash out and reinvest into more real estate. With watches, you'll spend 100 grand on a watch. Yeah, it may be $300,000 now, but there's no bank that I know of gives you money back on this watch because it's in your possession. So luxury watches, big part of what I love. I've always loved them ever since in high school. I've dreamed of owning a gold Rolex and having Rolex and so forth. And back then I couldn't afford it. Finally, through success in business, I was able to get several timepieces to expand my collection. And now I'm really getting out of Rolex and getting into potentially Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and trying to level up even further. I feel like Rolex timepieces are the best timepieces for those looking to collect, especially with their stainless steel models. Those all have doubled in price. They're really easy to wear in every occasion. Their gold watches, such as the gold Daytona green dial and other gold watches like the President and so forth, are going up in price. However, I'm trying to get the Audemars Royal Oak, maybe a Patek 5980, and really start rounding out my collection with gold watches. Gold watches in the past never held their value like they did today. So gold watches, for example, for Rolex could retail at $48,000, but in the gray market, you could buy that for $40,000. Not anymore. Even those watches are starting to go above retail because they're harder to get with production being shut down and less watches circulating the market. And a lot of investors or collectors also holding those watches. So you may have people that have these watches circulating out there. They may be producing them, but people are grabbing them and holding them. So the price continues to go up because there's less in the market. And this has become a big time trade of luxury watches. I mean, how could a watch cost as much as a new Ferrari? It's insane. And I think it speaks volumes of how much demand and how much men want to have an elegant timepiece on their hands, women as well, but men particularly, especially with the bigger set watches and so forth. I don't think it's going to come down anytime soon. I think you're going to see an increase of 10 to 20% in the next several years, with production still being affected by COVID and with Instagram blowing up and being bigger than ever and everyone trying to pose and flaunt and show off. The luxury market is still on the incline and will continue to climb even farther. And the thing what Instagram allowed the luxury market to do is it became a global luxury market. So a watch dealer in Hong Kong or Shanghai or Europe is able to communicate with people in the United States a lot easier to begin this trade of watches. And that's what's also raising the price. You're basically able to get them at all different markets and they're all holding them to appreciate the value. As far as this watch that I'm wearing in this video, this is the Rolex stainless steel Daytona. This watch retail was around $10,000. Now it's going over $20,000. So I have $20,000 on my wrist here. It's pretty insane. There's a cool Instagram page that you guys should check out as well, Celebrity Watch Spotter. They emphasize or highlight celebrities wearing certain timepieces, and that also motivates people to be like those celebrities, I guess. And it shows off what their interests are or what's in demand. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Please go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. As always, I appreciate it. Get some watches, invest in them, watch them grow in price, and wear them with pride and joy. I'll catch you guys here in the next video. Thank you.